Namaste. In my earlier videos, I had spoken about how in 2008 we went to Mahavatar Babaji's cave. With great difficulty we found the way. Finally we found the cave and we sat there and meditated. I had spoken at length about the experience that we had there. This again in 2009 I had spoken in another video about how we went to Badrinath again in search of Babaji, his energy, his presence, his blessings. And at that time when we went to Badrinath, while we were returning from there in 2009, that was also the month of March, we got the information about Lahiri Mahasaya. Now what is the significance about Swami Lahiri Mahasaya? Now this cave which we visited at Dronagiri in 2008, where today a lot of people are visiting that cave, sitting there and meditating. That cave of course is very important, number one, because Babaji himself has been there, he lived there for some time, he meditated there. So it's actually an astounding experience to go and just be there and to meditate. So that is the number one point. The number two, the second point is that Babaji is the one who first started Kriya Yoga concept. So we come to know about this from the books, and he taught this to his first disciple in that cave. He initiated his first disciple into Kriya Yoga in that cave, and that first disciple's name is Lahiri Mahasaya. So that is why that cave is very important. Many people actually they like to go there and get initiated into Kriya Yoga. This all we read from the books, we come to know. So Lahiri Mahasaya is the first person who received this from Babaji himself, and then the hierarchy began, and then it started spreading to so many people. So this 2009, in that year when we went to Badrinath, as we were returning, we got the information that in Haridwar there is an ashram, I think the name is Keshwananda Ashram, where Lahiri Mahasaya's ashes are kept in samadhi. So when I heard that, I was very excited, because always if you come across the samadhi of a real Siddha, whether it is his ashes which are kept there or whether it is an actual samadhi, their energies are so high that if you sit there and meditate, you get uplifted and your spiritual journey becomes much faster. So I was so excited, I said, let's go and find that ashram, let's go and sit there and meditate. That is the beauty of Rishikesh, there are so many things like this. Then we found the ashram in Haridwar, and when I went there, I was really amazed at the energy there. They have built it in such a way that on the upper level, the ashes are kept, and there is a Shiva Samadhi there, and I believe that probably the ashes are there. But on the ground floor level, they have made small tiny rooms, just like caves. In some rooms only one person can sit, it's a small space. In some 2 people or 3 people can sit. So then I went into it, that was my first time. So I was not even sure what was happening, just went into it, and through one room we went into another room, then into another room, just like the caves. Finally I got into that one which is in the center. I sat there, and Lahiri Mahasaya's picture was there. As soon as I sat there, I looked at him and closed my eyes and went into a deep level of meditation. You can call it the samadhi state, deep level. And at that time what I felt was, if somebody were to pull your hair from the top of your head and just pull it straight up and lift you, how would it be? That kind of feeling is what I got there, because his asti, his ashes were there on top, and that energy was pulling me and uplifting me so much that was a time of I would not say enlightenment, but something very different happened within me. And from Lahiri Mahasaya, I was receiving an instruction. He said, you are experiencing this bliss here. Now it is your duty to bring your disciples here, make them also experience. It came so clearly, and that was when I made up my mind that I will bring our Alpha Siddhas, those who have done our classes, there are so many of them. And in the same year, in 2009, in the month of August, I took some 40-50 people, took them to Rishikesh. We stayed in the same ashram, Swami Dayanand Saraswati ashram. I took them to Vasishthar Gufa. Vasishthar Gufa is another one on the Himalayas, where sage Vasishta, he lived. So I take them there, we meditate. Then we also come to Haridwar, we go to Lahiri Mahasaya's samadhi, we sit there and meditate, and people have such blissful experiences. So any place where a siddha's energy is there, if it is a samadhi or if it is anything connected with a siddha, siddhas are people who have crossed all the levels of existence. See, in the normal people we still have our karmas to be resolved, but siddhas are people who have gone beyond that level. All their karma is over, but their energy is still left on the earth to help us to evolve. So if you ever get a chance to visit any such places of great energy of siddhas, please do so. These are all milestones in our life, especially on the spiritual journey, and they can uplift you to a great level, and they can make your spiritual journey very fast and smooth.